97% of entrepreneurs fail within the first 10 years. But it's not for the reasons you think. It's not lack of money, it's not competition, it's not even lack of skills. The real reason? They think too small. And here's the brutal truth nobody tells you. Aiming small is actually harder and riskier than aiming 10 times bigger. Today, I'm going to prove it to you. A Harvard Business Review study analyzed 5,000 companies over 20 years. The results are shocking. Companies that aimed for 10 to 20% annual growth had a failure rate of 92%. Those that aimed for 10x growth, multiplying their size by 10, had a failure rate of 79%. Wait, read that again. Aiming 10 times bigger gives you a better chance of success than aiming for small, steady growth. Why? Because when you think small, you're in direct competition with thousands of other people who think exactly like you. You're all fighting for the same customers, with the same strategies, for the same small results. But when you think 10x, you're playing a completely different game. You have almost no competition. Because 99% of people are too scared to even try. Let me give you a concrete example. Imagine two entrepreneurs starting a coaching business. Entrepreneur A says, I want to make $5,000 per month by selling sessions at $100. I need 50 clients. Entrepreneur B says, I want to generate $500,000 per month by creating an elite program at $10,000. I need 50 clients. Same number of clients. But guess who's going to work harder? Counterintuitively, it's entrepreneur A. Why? Because to sell at $100, you have to convince people who compare prices, who hesitate, who negotiate. You need to process hundreds to convert 50. You're in volume, in quantity, in exhaustion. Entrepreneur B doesn't need to convince everyone. He's looking for 50 people who have a real problem and are willing to invest seriously to solve it. His marketing naturally attracts higher quality people. His conversion is higher. His stress is lower. And here's what's crazy. Elon Musk didn't say, I'm going to create a small company making nice electric cars. He said, I'm going to revolutionize the global automotive industry and save humanity. Guess which objective attracts the world's best engineers? The best investors? Free media attention? Let me be brutal with you. Here's why you're shooting yourself in the foot by thinking small. Reason 1. Competition is fierce at the bottom. When you aim small, you're fighting against everyone. Freelancers at $20 per hour? There are millions. Coaches at $50 per session? Tens of thousands? Decent restaurants? One every 500 meters. But how many people are building reusable rockets? How many are creating $100 million empires? Almost nobody. Competition at the top is virtually non-existent. Reason 2. Small goals don't attract the best talent. Nobody dreams of joining a company with a mediocre vision. A players, exceptional people, want to be part of something big. If you tell them, we're going to try to make a small, stable profit, they yawn and look elsewhere. If you tell them, we're going to dominate our industry and change the world, their eyes light up. An entrepreneur I know was struggling to recruit developers for his app. He paid well, but nobody good was applying. One day, he changed his vision from creating a practical app to revolutionizing how 1 billion people communicate. Within 3 months, he had applications from engineers who had worked at Google and Facebook. Same salary? Different vision. Completely different results. Reason 3. The effort is the same, the results are not. Here's a truth nobody tells you. Building a $100,000 business takes almost as much effort as building a $10 million business. You still need to create a legal structure, manage accounting, do marketing, recruit, manage clients, solve problems. The difference? It's the quality of your decisions, not the quantity of your work. Jeff Bezos doesn't work 1,000 times harder than a small online store owner. He just makes decisions that are 1,000 times more ambitious. Reason 4. Small goals kill your motivation. Be honest with yourself. What really excites you? Making $3,000 per month in a stable way, or building an empire and impacting millions of lives? Small goals don't get you out of bed at 5 a.m. They don't give you the energy to overcome obstacles. They don't justify the sacrifices. And when things get tough, and they will get tough, you'll quit. Because why fight for something mediocre? Now, you're probably wondering, okay, but practically, how do I do this? Here's the 4-step framework elite entrepreneurs use. Step 1. Multiply your goal by 10, then ask yourself how. Take your current goal. Multiply it by 10. Yes, 10. You want $5,000 per month? Ask yourself how to make $50,000. You want 10 clients? Ask yourself how to get 100 clients. You want to sell 100 products? Ask yourself how to sell 1,000. Do not ask, is this possible? That question kills dreams. Just ask yourself, how? Step 2. Accept that the strategy will be completely different. Here's the key. You cannot reach a 10x goal with your current strategy. It's impossible. To earn 10 times more, you must completely rethink who you target, premium clients, not the masses, what you sell, high-end solutions, not discount, how you position yourself as a rare expert, not just another option. A restaurant owner who wants to go from 50 to 500 customers per day can't just work harder. He needs to either open multiple locations, become an unmissable destination with a waiting list, or franchise his concept. Different strategy, not just more effort. Step 3. Surround yourself with people who think 10x you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you spend your time with people who aim small, you'll think small. Join masterminds of ambitious entrepreneurs. Read biographies of industry titans. Listen to podcasts of people who built empires. Your environment determines your mindset, and your mindset determines your results. Step 4. Act before you're ready. Here's the secret successful people never tell. They weren't ready. Elon Musk wasn't ready to launch rockets. He'd never worked in aerospace. Sarah Blakely wasn't ready to launch Spanx. She was selling fax machines. The founder of Airbnb wasn't ready. He was just renting out his apartment because he couldn't pay rent. If you wait to be ready to think big, you'll wait your whole life. Here's the brutal reality you need to accept. Thinking small doesn't protect you from anything. You'll probably fail. You'll stress just as much. You'll work just as hard. The only difference? If you think small and fail, you won't have learned anything extraordinary. You won't have an epic story to tell. You won't have pushed your limits. But if you think 10x and fail, you'll still have accomplished 10 times more than if you'd aimed small and succeeded. So here's my question for you. What would you build if you knew failure was impossible? Because here's the secret. Failure isn't possible when you aim 10x. Either you succeed beyond your wildest dreams, or you fail and still end up somewhere extraordinary. Mediocre people choose safety. Elite people choose greatness. Time to choose your side. If this video challenged you, smash that like button right now. Subscribe to Elite Mindset and hit the notification bell because we don't create content for people who want average results. We're here for those who want to dominate. Drop a comment below. What's your 10x goal? What would you aim for if fear wasn't holding you back? I read every single comment. Next video, the 7 lies successful entrepreneurs will never admit to. Stay hungry. Think big.